developments in the cricket world of India.
Yeah. Welcome to the final edition of India Tech. Final edition means that if you have the final edition, welcome to the final edition of India Tech. Edition stands for what? Edition means that a printed format of a newspaper, of a copies, or a book edition, that is called edition. Yeah. Welcome to the first edition of India Time, because we have seen the hectic development, we have been seeing the hectic development in the cricket world since last, if I'm not wrong, since last the last couple of weeks. So that's why we have seen the hectic development and the hectic excitement in the cricket world.
All developments now pointing towards perhaps the ultimate resignation of the chief of the BCCI himself.
Yeah, thanks Srinivasan. Every hectic development actually pointing out the chief of the BCCI. Every hectic development, every excitement of the development actually pointing out the BCCI chief. None other is N. Srinivasan. Yeah.
And tonight, BCCI Secretary Sanjay Jindal and Trainer Master resigned from the cricket board. This coming hours after CNN reported that the ICC had alerted the BCCI on the upward.
Okay, when CNN has been exposed that in an actual manner, Srinivasan had to resign, which is actually ICC, the National Cricket Council, gave us some sort of alert to the BCCI, and then the two treasurers, if we will talk about that, two treasurers of the BCCI, the main workers of the BCCI, the office bearers of the BCCI, actually resigned from their official posts. If we will talk about these kind of two people, Shirke and Jagdev, they actually resigned from their posts because they just want and Srinivasan to step down, but Srinivasan didn't do that. That's why they resigned from their post and all the office bearers. And Arun Jaitley said this thing that today the media will get the big news. So it may be possible that some other candidate or some other office bearers will also resign from their post of the BCCI because everybody is demanding for the resignation. And if Srinivasan will not give the resignation freely, it may be possible that these kind of office bearers will resign from their post at the earliest. All of the bearers will resign from their post at the earliest. Yeah?
The board president, Srinivasan, is now starting a storming figure at the top.
Srinivasan is just getting a starting figure at the top because he is on the top from top to bottom. Everybody is demanding for his resignation. It doesn't mean he is a selector, it doesn't mean he is a cricketer or he is a commentator and all these. But actually BCCI board their silences. That's why they are not saying anything.
ICC board, BCCI links to booking during the IPL, but the board did not act on the warning that came as early as April.
Yeah. The BCCI actually, some sort of sources gave the warning to the BCCI that Miyappan have some kind of links to the bookies, but they didn't actually concentrate on that particular thing. What happened, guys? Excuse me. What happened? Kya ho gaya? So this is the kind of thing which is really happening, that BCCI ignored the ICC's alert. Is that clear? And that's why they have to do something against Miyappan also. It doesn't mean that Miyappan is a son-in-law of that is Srinivasan. They have to do something regarding that particular thing.
So BCCI will expose this Friday evening. BCCI chief Srinivasan, however, maintains no alert on the scene.
Yeah, BCCI chief Srinivasan maintains no alert in that particular case, which has actually happened against his son-in-law. Yeah.
CNN will access this transcript of conversations between Gurunath Mayappan and Bindudhara Singh.
Okay, CNN actually recorded some kind of, that CNN has possessed some kind of transcript means written speech or written record in between Bindudhara Singh and this Gurunath Mayappan. They recorded something and now they are probing, they are going in, they are gaining an entrance into that particular transcript that what actually happened. They are accessing these kind of transcripts. Yeah?
Transcript show Mayappan had warned Bindu about ICC's alert. But
and transcript showed that Bindu was warned by the Gurunath Mayappan for the BCCI result also. That if this case will open, what will happen and what will be the aftermath. Bindu was warned by Mayappan.
The Chennai Super Kings owner. The god of cricket, Sachin Tendulkar, has finally broken his silence.
The god of cricket, you know about this? The god of cricket religion. Sachin Tendulkar, Master Blaster, actually shocked and disappointed. He broke his silence and he said this thing after taking a retirement from the IPL. He said this thing that he was Apparently he was shocked and disappointed, and that's why it may be possible that this could be the reason, and that's why he actually retired from the IPL. He said, and that's why he walked away from the IPL. This may be a possibly reason to, or because of his walkout, because in the wake of these kind of incidents, which is following, which is as a campaign, if you talk about that, in a series of activities, these kind of incidents took place with the spot fixing. That's why Sachin Tendulkar walked away from the IPL, and in the wake of that incident, Sachin Tendulkar walked away. So it may be possible that that would be the possible reason that makes him to walk away from the IPL. Yeah.
Spot fixing and betting says he's shocked and disappointed by the recent developments. The Prime Minister should react that politics and sports should not be mixed.
And the Prime Minister reacted to saying that the politics and sport should not be mixed. Yeah? Politics और sport को mix नहीं होना चाहिए, mix नहीं करना चाहिए. कौन करेगा? The subject is missing. That is called.
And I mean, talking about tonight, is the game as good as over for the board president, Mr. Srinivasan?
Is the game as good as over for N. Srinivasan? Is the game like over for N. Srinivasan? Okay, as similar to, is the game as similar to over for N. Srinivasan? Is the game over for N. Srinivasan? This is the question which they are asking.
Our full panel will be joining us in a short while now. Well, that's not the only headline we'll be tracking. As always, lots of other stories also which are a part of our headline pack.
Okay, there are lots of other stories which are also a part of our headline. Turning back. Turning back means like changing to direction to some other news also.
India's economic growth has fallen to a 10-year low now of 5%.
Okay, India's economic growth, if you talk about that, is reduced from 5%. You know about the market crash also. Market has crashed violently.
The Sensex falling 455 points. The rupee slightly swell.
Okay, the Sensex fall down 455 rupees. And you know about this? The big crash the market saw yesterday in the Sensex also. The big and voluntary fall down, that is called crash. There in the market Sensex shares also.
Another note to the Talwars in the Arushi Dekad murder case. The Ghaziabad court says trials against them will continue.
The Ghaziabad court says trial against them will continue. Another note was the Talwar family. And you know about the big murder mystery. The big murder mystery in India. Yeah? In the world of history. The big murder mystery in the world of Indian history. We will talk about that. The Arushi murder case.
Top intelligence officers under the Canada Asia Japan murder case. CBI questions the senior Intelligence Bureau official now.
Okay, in the murder case, Intelligence Bureau was interrogated by the CBI, was grilled by the CBI. Now investigating, Intelligence Bureau officer is in a dock. How embarrassment. This is a huge embarrassment for our security agencies that these kind of officers, they were finding themselves in such kind of controversy. And seriously, she was grilled by the CBI officers also. Here she was interrogated by CBI officers because of some kind of murder. Yeah. Let's get back to our top focus tonight, and today I am assuring you that regarding that particular case, which we have been discussing since last, many couple of weeks, if we talk about that, not in the print media, in the via of print media, in the via of online news, in the via of electronic media, where we have been discussing this news since last 2 weeks, more than 2 weeks, since the three cricketers' arrest came into the broadlight. When the news broke out that Srishant, Ajit Chandila and Ankit Chavan actually got arrested by the police. So then that news broke out, and today there will be a great news day because Arun Jaitley actually assured the media that a big news will come in today. Okay, it may be possible that in the wake of these kind of incidents, Srinivasan will resign from his post. Otherwise, all the office bearers will resign.
Alright, as we said, this is an evening when there have been developments in the cricket world literally by the hour.
Yeah, it's the evening when the developments in the cricket world literally by the hour. Literally means almost by the hour. When the developments of the cricket world is taking place literally by the hour. Okay, almost by the hour. Because after 1 hour, after every hour, the incident is changing. The status quo is changing after every hour. Okay, hour after hour, the status quo is changing in that particular cricket particular topic.
The latest development which has now happened, which now is the top story on India tonight, the BCCI top brass stumping the president N. Srinivasan.
Here, the BCCI top brass actually stumping the chief N. Srinivasan. This is the latest story which is breaking up. That some of the top brass means senior officials of the BCCI actually stumping N. Srinivasan by resigning from their post. So the ball is in the court of office bearer, and we will talk about that.
Late in the evening, about 2 members of Team Srinivasan have resigned. The board treasurer, Anish Shetty.
The board treasurer means the person who is responsible of in charge of funds, and we will talk about that. Likewise, if they're running an organization, and Sumit is the treasurer. Sumit is the treasurer means that Sumit is in the charge of funds. That he will collect the funds, he will manage the funds and all these. Okay, so he's the treasurer. So two backbone of the BCCI actually resigned from their post. Two top brass actually resigned from their post because of censorship, the culprit, okay, and Srinivasan. And from top to bottom, everybody is demanding from him to step down, but he is absolutely stubborn from his post, and he is saying it doesn't mean, but without his free will, he won't resign from it.
And the board secretary Sanjay Jagdale had quit the BCCI just a few moments back. Anish Shetty was continuing.
Anish Shetty was considered to be close to Srinivasan.
And the board secretary Sanjay Jagdale had quit the BCCI just a few moments back. Anish Shetty
secretary Sanjay Jagdale quit BCCI. These two treasurers.
2 moments back. Anish Shetty was considered to be close to the board president, Mr. Srinivasan.
Yeah, Anish Shetty was considered to be very close to Srinivasan.
Jagdale is also a member of the probe panel that had been set up.
Jagdale is also the probe member. Is also in the probe panel investigating Chennai Super case. He was in the probe panel of investigating Chennai Super case. It means that the 3 prominent members of the BCCI, which was actually appointed by their chief to investigate that particular ISIS or scandal, he was one of them. He was in the one. Is that clear?
Investigate Chennai Super case. The resignation coming 2 hours after CNN been exposed that shows that the BCCI.
Resignation 2 hours after CNN been exposed that showed BCCI ignored ICC alerts on betting. When CNN been exposed to this thing that BCCI actually ignored the ICC alert on betting, then these 2 top brass prisoners actually resigned from their post, but still Srinivasan didn't give any alert.
I actually ignored the International Cricket Council.
So you can see here also that this is a leading news channel CNN and what's the impact of CNN that after the exposure, within 2 hours, the 2 prisoners went from their post because in an actual manner, the BCCI actually entirely you can say ignored the alert of the ICC. So that's why, what's the impact of the news channel you can see here also. Yeah?
Alerts on betting. Our sports editor Palla is here with us to take us through the top story, and a few moments from now our chief cricket correspondent Sandeep Mukherjee will also be.
Okay, within a few minutes ago, after a few minutes, Sandeep Mukherjee will also join us on India at 9, and Gaurav Kalra, who is the sports expert, is actually joining us to discuss that issue, that what is this happening and why is this happening. And I don't understand why these 2 prisoners resigned from their post and why the top culprit, Srinivasan, is not saying anything, is not resigning from his post. And the office president is demanding constantly and consistently that Srinivasan must resign, but he is not resigning. He must be resigned from his post, but he is not. He is not doing this. I have to understand why this is happening.
They want the step down of BCCI chief Srinivasan, but Srinivasan wants that he don't want to lose his post because of this he don't want to step down from his post, and he want to bail his son on go by the jail. Because of it he didn't resign from this post.
Pankaj, what do you think about this? Why Srinivasan is not resigning from his post What's the reason behind it? And it's long way to go. So today, today, if you talk about that, the big news will come in. What do you think? What do you expect? What will be the news? That Srinivasan will resign from his post, or if you talk about the other office bearers will resign from his post following after these kind of incidents. What do you think about this? What will be the news? The news will come in, or the office bearers will sacrifice their post because the Srinivasan is very, very stubborn, and because without their own free will, he can't resign from his post. This is the main reason. Because this is the man because he is the man who is actually a chief of the BCCI, and without his own free will, he will not resign from his post. This is the main reason. So what do you think about this? The office bearer will sacrifice from their post, or this culprit, Srinivasan, will resign from his post? What do you think?
I think Srinivasan should giving the resign.
Should give
resign from BCCI.
But he is not doing this.
He's not doing this. Actually, in IPL, lot of sport fixing. On that time, Srinivasan. So I think he's given.
If you want to say something now, you can just write in your notebook. So you can just write a paragraph in your notebook, and then you can do. So that this will facilitate your speech. That if you will write some sort of, you can say, paragraph, one three-letter paragraph, and then when your turn will come, then you will be able to read it out. Is that clear? So in that manner, you will be able to facilitate your speaking. You will be able to make easier your speaking. Is that clear? What I am saying is, Sumit, it's a very, very realistic thing that seriously this is the kind of thing which is happening before the discussion on that particular, because this you can say this, that this actually hurt the spirit and the soul of a sportsmanship. This is the main reason. Because somewhere and somehow we can say this thing that these kind of things is really, really happening. The Chinese are also said this thing, he's shocked and disappointed, and that's the reason he walked away from the IPL. This is very, very shocking, and it's just like a shocker. This is a very terrible thing which happened and which took place in cricket. Everybody, and now BCCI is churning out. BCCI is churning out. Seriously, every bureaucrat of the BCCI wants Srinivasan to step down, but he won't do that. What will be the next step? What will be there will be a good news to discipline, or there will not be a good news, or there will be a same news that one office there also resigned from his post because he did a sacrifice for cricket, and because he just wants Srinivasan to resign, but Srinivasan didn't do that, so that's why he resigned as well. So this kind of news will be here today. Like two treasurers resigned from their post following after this incident. Some of the other office bearers also resigned from their post. What do you think about it? So we should resign their post by indicating any kind of protest, or one day will come that we listen the news, we will be able to listen the news that Srinivasan will resign.
By Srinivasan, but I think he had to resign by his post. But I can't say that how many times it will take, but he will resign. But he will not resign by his thinking, but he will resign
until or unless he won't think freely or freely, because freely he can resign. Nobody will be able to force them or force them to resign. This is the main reason. Nobody will be able to, if they force anything, to resign. Unless he has freely, he wants, nobody will pressurize him to resign. This is the main reason. He won't be pressurized. Until, his own free will makes him resign, this will be the other thing, but until unless he won't be freely, he won't.
But the BCCI there was no animal, so what we can do by become a chief?
Yeah, this is also a big question which we will raise today. That treasurer was a big backbone, and he's just like advocate, because he can't function. the main reason. This is resigned from their post and he can't continue. Because he is just like access forward. That cut off is this. Cut off is this and this. That is called amputate. Okay? So we want to function. This is also the main reason. It's like amputate. So food resign is a very, very popular.
Yes, Gaurav, first, this development which is coming, this was something which is almost waiting to happen.
Okay, this was something which is almost ready to happen. Gaurav, the development which you are seeing, this was something which was waiting to happen. ये कुछ ऐसा था जो होने वाला था. Is that clear?
Mr. Shilly was giving all indications over the last 48 hours that he was going to put in his papers. Yes.
Okay, and Ajay Shirke was, Ajay Shirke only gave all the indications in the last 24 hours that this will be the thing which will be put on paper. It means that he will resign from his post. Yeah, Ajay Shirke. In the last 48 hours, in the last 24 hours, he gave this kind of indications that he will resign. He will put on paper. Yeah.
I had a press conference this morning to say that. But I think Bhutan, now what we are seeing is that this churn in the BCCI for the last few days.
Okay, this would be possible. But we have been seeing after these sort of incidents, we have been seeing the churn in the BCCI in the last few days. चरण का समझते हैं आप? Still vigorously. जब मक्खन बनाते हैं तो still होता है ना? Churn होता है ना? That is what churning, that is what होता है. Still होता है. So shaking violently. We don't talk about that. So see, BCCI is chilling vigorously. We don't talk about that. It's churning, which we have been seeing since last week. The BCCI have been churning.
It's turned into a tsunami.
Okay, and it's turning into a tsunami.
Thing is that this churn in the BCCI for the last few days has turned into a tsunami.
Okay, the churn into the last 2 days, we have been seeing the churn in the BCCI in the last 2 days, and it turned into the tsunami, and it has changed into the tsunami, and it has become into the tsunami. Is that clear?
We are also hearing very careful reports now that all 5 vice presidents of the cricket board are also considering resigning. That may occur in the next few minutes even.
Okay, in the next few minutes, the 5 presidents of the BCCI actually will resign from their posts because in the wake of that incident, in the wake of today's incident. They are also taking resign into their consideration. And if Srinivasan won't do, it means that Srinivasan will only be the one person who will run the board of the BCCI. Is that clear? Because all the 5 presidents will also resign from their posts in the wake of that today's incident. Because of the spotted food scandal. And because he is not stepping down, because he is not stepping away from them.
As we speak, the only top official left now is Anurag Thakur, somebody you know quite well. His decision is also going to be important. But how?
Okay, somebody you know quite well, someone who is well known by you, and his decision, Anurag Thakur, and he is also very, very a prominent member, an important member in the BCCI. Yeah.
What happens now? These are the 2 most important functionaries of the BCCI.
These are the 2 most important functionaries of the BCCI. The person who usually do function in the particular office, or you can say office or official place or the government, yeah, or the government, you can say department, that is for function. Yeah, they are the 2 most important functionaries in the BCCI.
Without them, and Srinivasan cannot function. It's a bit like having a body without hands.
Okay, it's big like that body without hands. Where these 2 people, because these 2 people resigned from their posts, these 2 presidents resigned from their posts, and they were the big functionaries. They were the top. They came, they usually come in the top brass. They will usually come in the top brass, and they were the big functionaries. And without them, it's just like body without hands. Where it's just big like body without hands.
They completely amputated.
And they were, he was completely amputated without them. He will not be able to do questions. Because I don't know about that procedure, but what I'm saying is that because of the funding, because if the treasury is not there, nobody will be able to do the funding. And until this funding won't complete, you won't be able to do function. Okay? This is the main reason.
Coming into Sanjeev Mukherjee, who is now reporting that there is a possibility that all BCCI officials may put in their resignation perhaps later tonight itself.
Perhaps later tonight itself, all the BCCI officials will put their resignation resignation on the table. This is the news which is coming in. It may be possible that today there will be a big news that all the BCCI members actually put their resignation on the table because of N. Srinivasan. N. Srinivasan didn't resign from his post till yet. He didn't give any alert till yet. He didn't say anything to the media till yet. And this is the main reason that every official, every office bearer of the BCCI won't resign, because every bureaucrat will talk about it. Every bureaucrat wants to resign from their post. Because sincerely and ironically, categorically, or more importantly, we will talk about that, these kind of bearers don't want to get the embarrassment from the people, and that's the main reason that they don't want to work under the leadership of a culprit, and that's why they were resigning from their post. And it is a possibility, it's very possible that if you want to do that, all the people, all the BCCI members will resign and put their resignation on the table at the earliest. Yeah?
It's almost as if, Gaurav, that the BCCI office bearers have now decided that if Mr. Srinivasan will not go out of his own free will.
Okay, if the BCCI, all the BCCI members have decided that if the Srinivasan will not go out from the board of his own free will, अगर वो अपनी इच्छा से बाहर नहीं जाते हैं, सारे मेंबर्स ने डिसाइड कर लिया है कि अगर वो अपनी इच्छा से फ्री विल मतलब इच्छा, अगर वो अपनी इच्छा से बाहर नहीं जाते हैं, क्या अपनी मर्जी से बाहर नहीं आते, and that will have booted out. Okay, they will have thrown, he will have been thrown by the members in that manner. Is that clear?
Out of his own free will, he will have to be booted out.
He will have to be booted out. This is the main reason which he is saying. All the people, I think this is the thing which is coming out. Okay, this is the, you can say, thinking pattern which is coming out, but this is the status which is coming out, that board members have decided that if he will not go out from his own free will, he will have been booted out. Booted out means he will have been thrown, and I can say thrown from his position or expelled from his position or dismissed from the employer. Is that clear? He will have been booted out. He will have been thrown from his position. Yeah? This was actually decided by the board members, and that's why they were resigning from their post. And it may be possible that if Srinivasan will step down, then these kind of members will be reconsidered. Yeah?
And when it is coming down.
Or he can run the board. That's what we are saying. If you don't want, even in the current circumstances, do not want to step down, then it is quite clear that we do not wish to be allies in the running of a board that is that is under your command.
Yeah, if you want to resign from your post, so we want this to be allied of that particular team which is actually commanded by you. This is the status. So I want to ask you a very, very simplistic question. We have been seeing that this down. Now, if you talk about the board members thinking pattern, board members are thinking like this, that Srinivasan will not put his resignation on the table that he will put on. Now we are seeing some kind of enthusiasm. It's just the silence which speaks the volume. Is that clear? Silence speaks the volume now. They didn't say anything in front of political experts, commentators, mentors. They didn't say anything in front of the media, but seriously, if we were to talk about the inner room atmosphere of the BCCI, you can see here that the humidity is coming out. It means that this is the heat wave which is going around the BCCI panel, and that's the main reason that you can see there is so much humidity which is on inside that room where the BCCI panel usually sits. What is it about?
Srinivasan was without hand. Srinivasan body is without hand. But I think if he wants to join, so after some time, his body without his hands, legs, he has no any part of the body. So, the participants in the member of this strike is gave his resign. So I think now Srinivasan have to leave his post, have to resign, and the resign must be.
Okay, let's take a wish, sit down. If this would happen, what will be the scenario? If all the board members will put their resignation on the table, will the Srinivasan be able